going on, YouTube? What you doing, huh? Getting some money? Yeah, better be getting some money. I hope you're getting some money. Better be getting some money. If you didn't know, it's Block Like Vlogs, aka the Trucking Block, back with another video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the thumbs up notification bell. Does not cost you a thing. Comment down below. Interact with me. I interact back. If you don't like my videos, hit the dislike. YouTube analytics, right? So this video is dedicated to every mega carrier out there that has decided to govern these vehicles so slow to the point where we can't keep up on certain highways or get out of our own way in certain situations. My truck is slow. You know, past couple videos I was kind of sullen, but this one got me a little excited because I'm about tired of this. Now I can't wait until I'm allowed to bump my speed up, but we'll get to that in just a moment. Anyway, as you know, or if you don't know, and if you're a four-wheeler watching this, or someone that drives a regular car, I'm going to inform you. Most of these semis out on the road with a mega carrier emblem on them, or any kind of mega carrier insignia on it, is governed to anywhere from 63 miles per hour to 72 miles per hour, from what I know, from what I've gained and knowledge. This particular truck started off at 70 miles per hour. I get 68 to the gas pedal, meaning when I press the gas pedal, I can do 68. I can put it on 70 on cruise. And that comes with stipulations. Crash mitigation system attached to the front bumper. Now, I understand these companies want to be safe. I understand they want to keep their CSA score protected. I understand. I do. And I also understand that you got a lot of rookie drivers out here that are a little heavy with their foot. Got a lead foot. I understand. And some people don't know how to react in certain situations, traffic conditions, right? But as an experienced driver at this point in my career, I don't need nobody babysitting how fast I go in a truck, especially when I'm making payments on it. I pay this company, RTI, $738 a week. That's roughly $2,900 a month just for the truck, not including what they charge me for the APU weekly and all the equipment included, the camera, tablet, so on and so forth. Now, with me paying RTI a lease on this truck, a note on this truck basically, why should I be governed to 70 miles per hour? And now I'm gonna get into real quick, I'm gonna just cover this real quick. With RTI, after 90 days, you can bump that up to 72 as a lease purchase. Not as a company driver, but as lease purchase, which I do intend on doing in a few more weeks. But even then, some highways are 75, 80 miles per hour in some areas that I go into. Should we watch our speed? Yes, most definitely. You gotta be safe out here. You gotta watch what you're doing at all times. You're in control of a lot of weight. Empty, this truck is roughly about 32,000 pounds. That can go all the way up to 79,000 pounds. Notice, drivers, I said 79,000, right? I'm not gonna play too close to it. Even though I do get a credit for having an APU on the back in case DOT decide to put me on the scales, whether they portable or, you know, a chicken coop. Excuse the background noise. It's a T680 idling next to me. Plus my APU is bored itself. But anyway, like I said before, I understand that they want us to be safe. Fine. But as a driver with no bad inspections, no tickets on my record, clean CDL, I should be able to go above 72. And there's certain situations that I wish I could do it, but I can't. Now, with these 2-lane highways, let's say you have your right-hand lane has a bunch of governed trucks in it, such as this one. Let's say one truck can do 65, another one can do 68, the other one can do 63, then you got one that can do 70. Now, these trucks are governed. They can't get out of each other's way. Let's say the guy that's doing 63 is at the head of the pack. The guy that can do 65 can't pass the guy doing 63 because there's too many cars coming down the left-hand lane to even allow him to go over long enough. And if he does attempt to do it, he's only going 2 miles per hour faster than the truck this way. What if he goes down a hill? Now they're going about equal speed. And don't let the guy in the right-hand lane be heavier than the guy in the left-hand lane, because now he's playing cat and mouse with him. Oh, and don't let a line of cars be behind them, because they're going to be upset that they can't pass these guys. Oh, and what about the guy that does 68? He's behind the guy that does 65. He can't get ahead of him fast enough because he's only doing a little bit more than the guy ahead of him. Same thing for the guy doing 70. So on and so forth, right? I should be able to do 75 so I can bypass all that and get out of the way to clear up traffic. I don't think we all should do the same amount of speed, especially on 2-lane highways. Or put it like this: if we're not governed and the speed limit's 75, we can all truck at 75 comfortably. Furthermore, these companies need to kind of loosen up on these mitigation systems, because the one I got on this truck is too sensitive. It'll see a shadow and lock up the brakes. I could only imagine what that do to an autonomous truck. Now, do I believe in certain situations a truck should be governed? Oh yeah. I don't think you should give all this power to somebody that's new in the game, that doesn't know how to control their equipment. The first truck that I drove solo was a U.S. Express truck. It was a Kenworth T680, 2017 T680. And it was governed at that time to 65. Then when that truck broke down on me, it was leaking everywhere. I mean, coolant, oil, power steering fluid, it was leaking everything. The truck had like 500,000 miles on it. It reached, almost its maximum lifetime with US. Well, I mean, it exceeded its maximum lifetime with USX. And I don't know why they still had it, because usually they get rid of them around 400,000 miles. But this one had like 500,000 miles. And I finally turned it into a terminal up in Indiana and said I had enough, and took a rental car over to Markham, Illinois, and I picked up, I think it was a 2016 International, and that bad boy was governed to 63. Then I went from that to a dollar account truck. It was a 2020 International, and it was governed to 68. And same thing with the variant truck, 68. And then JB Hunt, their trucks are governed to 65. Now, I get it, you want to stay safe, but dang it, I'm about tired of these systems on these trucks, especially one I'm making payments on. I mean, it even throws your times off. You got to add an extra half hour to an hour to your trip, especially if your truck is governed. Because my Ram McNally, and I get it, old school truckers, there's going to be some that watch this be like, well, boy, I use a map. Okay, fine, you use a physical map. That's fine. To each his, own. Do what you want to do. I have a Ram McNally, and my Ram McNally calculates all that for me. I don't have to sit up and do a lot of hardcore trip planning. You know, I can just add a truck stop to my run, or Walmart, whatever, or POI as they call it, point of interest, easily through my Ram McNally. But my Ram McNally is going to calculate whatever speed that highway is allowed to go, especially when I have it hooked up to a hotspot, such as my phone or the tablet that comes with this truck. Of course, after I pay the truck off, it'll be my phone or a hotspot that I pay for my in my truck. But anyway, it's going to calculate off that speed. So if I have a long stretch of highway that does 75, I got to add an extra hour to my trip planning of elbow room to allow myself to make it there on time. I've ran into that problem a few times out here on the road, and it wasn't too bad. I was like half hour, 40 minutes late. One time I was an hour late, just because my GPS had calculated how I would get there at a certain time, and I agreed to take the load, not thinking about it. It happened to me a couple times. You have a lapse of memory sometimes out here on the road. Oh, but don't have no lapse of memory when it comes to safety. Please don't. Don't take that the wrong way. I'm referring to trip planning, where you're going, if you've been there before, if you remember how long it takes to get there, how the shipper or receiver handles their business on that property. If you have to go to a satellite lot to get your empty or whatever. You know, certain things with certain places. But anyway, yeah, that's just my rant about having a government truck. It sucks. It really does. And then, you know, these four-wheelers don't know that these trucks have these systems on them. So they jump in front of you. That slams the truck brakes. You'll have a four-wheeler speed in front of you, and they'll cruise okay for a little bit, then slow down. So now you got to slow down, and you can't go around them swiftly because you can only do a certain amount of speed. So you pretty much stuck. That's all I got to say about that, man. It's Block Life Vlogs, aka the Trucking Block. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the thumbs up notification bell. Does not cost you a thing. Comment down below. Interact with me. I interact back. If you don't like my videos, hit the dislike. Peace.